Hello, you're tuned into Interview Project. Today, we're meeting Grace Wick. The team found Grace at the post office. Enjoy the interview.
I'm Grace Wick. I live in Mitchell now since 1956, and I'm 82. I was born and raised on a farm in Lyman County, and I worked hard all my life. I helped my dad in the fields and drove the horses to begin with in the field work, and then the tractor, and then I finally met my husband and we got married. We lived down on the Fort Lookout Bottom, they called it, north of Oklahoma, and my husband lived down here on Fort Hale with his family. And we always thought his family were pretty persnickety, so we didn't pay no attention to him. and then one day, when my baby sister passed away, she got pneumonia, and everybody came because the funeral was going to be in Reliance, and it rained and we couldn't get up one of those hills. It was gumbo, it was all gumbo out there. And the neighbors all came and everybody was helping each other, push each other to get out of the mud and get out of there. And that's when I met my husband. Even though he lived close, we never did meet each other because we always thought they were better than everybody else. and they weren't. They didn't think it either, we just thought it. But that's how I met him. And then we finally started going to movies, and my dad never wanted me to go any place, but when I started going with him, then he didn't care. And so we started going to movies, and he'd come in. I was working at the hospital, and he'd come in, we'd go to the show. And eventually we just got married then, I guess. My husband and I went during the war in 43, 43 and 44. We went to Hastings, Nebraska, where we both worked in the Navy ammunition depot. And then we came back in the spring to the farm again. And then we decided to go into our own business. So my husband was he had painted for 9 years for someone else, so we started our own painting business. And so we painted for 40 years. I painted right along with him. He was a contractor, but he painted besides getting the jobs and everything. And I painted right with him every day. And we quit just a few years ago. He got sick 3 years ago. And we quit just a year before that. So we painted, I was 78, I think, when I quit painting. And he got cancer, and he passed away a year and a half ago. And so I just stayed in the house, and now I'm trying to sell the house, because it's too big for me to live in it alone. So I'm trying to sell it, but I'll be here till it does sell. But so we've lived in Mitchell for 50-some years. And it's like home now, you know. Right now, I think, to be honest, I think my most important thing is my religion, church, and my children, and the grandchildren. I can't think of anything else. The only advice I would have would be strong in your faith, because that's the only thing that I know of that could carry you through. It's the only thing that carried me through. And so I don't know any other advice except stick with your family and just do the best you can, you know.